Hey, Scruffy. You like that spot now, huh? I can't see you there, so I just assume you're out here. Oh, wind's really picking up. I didn't expect the wind today. It's so kind of gloomy right now. It's sunny not too long ago. Okay, let's get your food. Wow, that wind is banging. Wow. Okay, let's get food on the table. Get the glove. Sit in the chair. So yeah, the weather cooled down today, as it was forecast, and yeah, quite a few clouds came in, but it's kind of a partly cloudy day, so there was still a lot of sun, but right now it's kind of gloomy. I'm not sure what happened to the sun. And lunch was actually the same way, so I think there was sun in the morning, and then at lunch when I fed Scruffy, it got gloomy, and the wind picked up, and then after lunch, I think the sun came out a little more anyway, and still a lot of clouds, but I think the wind died down, and now the wind's back up and the sun's covered up. So I checked the forecast, and I think for the most part it's supposed to stay like this for a while, but I noticed tomorrow they have a little rain cloud picture, so that really surprised me. I was not expecting rain, any more rain actually this season, so yeah, quite a surprise. Might be like a monsoon type rain, I don't know. So today I was debating if I would stay in or if I'd go out, since I've been a little extra fatigued the past few days. I think just because I overdid it on my run a few days ago. But since it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I decided I better go out today. But I was a little worried about the wind and not so much the clouds. Clouds are fine, but I was a little worried about the wind. But yeah, strangely, when I went out, yeah, there was actually quite a bit of sun. So even though there were a lot of clouds, still hit a lot of sun. And yeah, I didn't notice the wind at all, which was surprising. So I guess I got lucky. And then yeah, if it rains tomorrow, I'll probably be staying in. But let's see. Let me see at the park. Oh yeah, so I decided to take a slightly different route for one of my extended routes. So a lot of the park is still closed because of all the storm damage, but it looks like they've been slowly reopening some of the trails. And so I decided to try seeing if one of the easier trails was reopened. And this trail follows the creek a little further up. And so yeah, they did actually reopen this one, at least to some degree. So I was able to go up to usually where I stop at least. So the trail actually ends at a certain point where, well, it keeps going, but it's pedestrians only, so no bicycles, no horses. So I can't go any further. But that had been closed to everybody for a while, or going up to that point had been closed for everybody for pretty much all this time. So it looks like it was just reopened recently. Scruffy step on the scissors. So anyway, I went up that trail and get to see the creek a little further up. So I think last time, I don't remember if I talked about it, but last time the last time I went biking, I actually went further downstream to see how the creek was drying up. And yeah, downstream it's starting to get kind of dry, so there's still water, but yeah, it's starting to not flow anymore, or it's barely flowing, so you can't really hear it in a lot of places anymore. And it's actually, it looks kind of like it's stagnating, so there's a lot of green in the creek now, so I'm guessing it's all the algae, and then the water level's pretty low. But when I went upstream today, yeah, so the water is still rushing where you can still hear it, and to the place where I stopped, yeah, there was still, it wasn't very high water, but it was, rushing water, which is probably more than I've ever seen there, because a lot of times that section's actually completely dry, or just like a little tiny trickle. It's actually weird the way that creek works, because if you go if you go up to the, where upstream to where I was, a lot of times that's completely dry. But if you follow it downstream a little bit, it actually starts accumulating water somehow. So somehow the creek is actually getting water runoff from the surrounding hills or something, and it's feeding the creek downstream instead of upstream. So there's basically upstream it's dry, and then it actually gets more water, and then it dries up further downstream again. But yeah, today anyway, it was actually rushing water, so interesting sight to see. And then that's on the way out. When I was leaving, in one of the parking lots, I saw I don't know, medium-sized deer. This one had antlers, pretty big antlers. So it was probably a young buck. Not a baby anymore, but yeah, it wasn't as big as some of the deer I've seen. The antlers, though, were definitely bigger than I've seen. They couldn't. So I gave the deer wide berth. It's a huge parking lot, and there's no cars, since cars aren't. Nobody's allowed to drive in anymore. But I was trying to look at the deer, giving it such a big wide berth, and it was just kind of just walking on. It wasn't really concerned about me, but it was just doing this thing. So with the lighting the way it was, I had a hard time getting my eyes to focus quite right, to get a good look at the antlers. But it kind of looks fuzzy brown to me, almost as if fur, like a thin layer of fur, fuzzy fur was growing on the antlers. I'm not sure. I don't think they do that, but I probably should look that up. So yeah, very thick antlers, and they look like they have a fuzz to them. And then further down the parking lot, there was a squirrel running across the parking lot. And then on my way out of the park on the main road, saw another deer on the roadside, I think eating some grass or something. This one was probably a female, no antlers. It's actually probably about the same size as the other one without the antlers. So since there were no cars, I was able to give the deer a wide berth as well, so didn't seem too concerned about me, even though it's only a 2-lane road. Parking lot's much bigger. Scruffy's getting into the pets for the food time. Okay, let's get your food. Okay. So let's see, at lunch today, there might have been a short opportunity for me to try to cut that fur again, though. Yeah, he ended up sitting down, so that kind of ended that. But yeah, there's no real thin place to cut. That's the problem. It's really thick, and I think I'm gonna have to work the scissors a little hard. So I don't think Scruffy's gonna let me. He didn't like it last time I tried cutting it. But yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye out for an opportunity. Like right now, I don't think it'd be a very good opportunity. His tail's kind of blocking my access. Okay. So I think I saw Scruffy sleeping up on the table this morning. And then yeah, we did lunch. It was a little louder with meows today. And, yeah, lunch went well with no vomit this time. Hey, Scruffy. Can't see you on the mat, so I wasn't sure if you were here. Oh, that's a louder meow. Oh, wow. Much louder. Yesterday, really quiet. So it's cooling down quite a bit. It was cloudy earlier. Looks like the sun's out now. It's windy now. And I left the scissors out here. Forgot to bring them in. Glad they didn't get stolen. Looks like that strand of fur might be wrapped around your leg again. Okay. Void the head. Yep, did the ear tuck there. Good meow. Another meow. Okay, got a slight headbutt there. You're on a neck chin pass. Okay. We're getting into it, but it's about food time, I think. It's the wind. Okay, let's get food. Over there. Tonight's dinner is meaty pate with real chicken and tuna, kibble, and rotisserie chicken with scraps. So this is a fresh can of the meaty pate. I think the liquid separation was moderate this time, so not completely dry, but not massive excess either, somewhere in between. So I think I caught another glimpse of Scruffy on the table last night, late. So it's hard to see. It's dark. He didn't meow, so I didn't really think to do anything. I wasn't sure, maybe he was just waiting for me to leave so he could sleep in peace. So we need to remember to bring in the scissors tonight. I forgot them last night. I'm worried that whatever critter stole the double-sided pet brush might come back with the scissors. So at one point, it was a little after the pet brush got stolen. I was trying to keep track of the remaining pet brush, and I think it got flipped over one day. I really think some critter might have tried to steal it, but it might have been too heavy. Because I usually leave the bristles pointing down instead of pointing up, and brush was pointing up. If they can steal that first pet brush, they probably can steal that pair of scissors. I think the scissors are lighter. Scruffy did a good job cleaning the bowl tonight. Probably the meaty pate liquid. I think whenever there's more liquid in there, he does a better job. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.